Welcome back to the Spooky Academy. My name is Liz. Again, I have the pleasure of having Amanda with me. Amanda, say hi.
Hello.
Hey. So, Amanda, I have a really cool thing to talk to you about. It is the Anguished Man. Have you heard of him?
No.
So, as you have seen, Amanda did see a photo of this painting before we started recording, and describe the painting.
The background was blue. It just looked like a very brushwork kind of photo. And then there's just a very pained looking man, a part of the photo.
Would you say an anguished man?
I honestly, I don't know. He kind of just like, he's in like shock. Like, he's got the O mouth. He doesn't have any eyelids or pupils or hair. He's literally just kind of burnt orange and yellow and just has eye holes and an open mouth.
So while you're looking at that picture, the painter is unknown, but that picture that he painted was painted with his blood and paint oils, and shortly after he painted this photo, he committed suicide. So naturally, this painting is now haunted.
Of course.
And it is haunted. It has been passed down. It has been donated. It has been given to different people, and I believe at one point he is or was with Zac from Ghost Adventures at his museum in Las Vegas. People have reported hearing moaning coming from the painting, crying coming from the painting. It has thrown things off the wall. It has slammed doors. People have seen a faceless man at the foot of their beds or in their houses where the painting has been. So I think people think it is him without that face, though. The faceless man, so we don't know if it was that painter that left. Of course, that paint is with his blood, that painting, so he might have left his mark in that painting.
Right, so he's just like a part of the painting now. And then if he committed suicide afterwards, that probably like the anguished man, like that's literally what he was. He was in anguish, he was in pain, and he just poured out all of his blood and horrible feelings probably into that photo, and then
he definitely left his mojo on that painting.
Yeah. And
people are loving it.
Why would they want to buy it? It looks so uncomfortable, like, to have that in your house. Like, it's just not one of those photos that you'd have around. Like, it's not the kind of painting you'd want around. He just looks very in pain, and it's very awkward. Like, well, for me personally, I don't like paintings or photos with eyes to begin with, because I don't like feeling like I'm being watched.
Right.
And then you'd have that in your house where he already looks like he's in pain. His mouth is open like the screamer almost, where he's just constantly, like, screaming or just yelling out because he's in physical pain. And it's like, why would you want that in your house to begin with? Like, you're already asking for bad things to come if you have something like that in your house. Like, and what were you expecting? It's
like looking right at you with the no eyeballs.
Yeah.
So apparently when this man had gotten this from his grandmother, his wife said, no, not here, buddy. Into the cellar it goes. So in the cellar it went.
Makes sense.
And of course, naturally, the dog would not go down there, would not have anything to do down there, didn't want to go near the door, wanted to stay away from it. Right there, red flags.
Right.
Not good.
Animals know.
Animals know.
Listen to your animals.
Pay attention. They know. Listen. I've got a story for you about that too, Amanda. And, well, then his cellar flooded, and they had to take everything out. They got to fix the cellar, fix whatever was flooding the cellar. And he decides, I think this painting looks great in our guest bedroom.
Why?
Oh, men. So, as soon as he put the painting in his guest bedroom, they started hearing the crying and the moaning.
Oh, God.
They would hear the whispers outside their bedroom door. Whispers coming from the room, footsteps coming from the room, things falling off the shelves, down the walls, getting thrown. They would hear, like, how would I describe it? Like nails just dragging
Oof.
across the walls all night, every night. But he was in love with this painting.
Why?
He loved how disturbingly beautiful this painting was.
Oh, he was one of those people.
He was one of those.
There is beauty in pain and disturbingness, but it reaches to a point where you're like, okay, this thing is trying to just, like, make me go crazy. I don't want it. Like, come on.
This painting has also been known to make people's nosebleeds if you stay by it for enough time period.
That would freak me out.
That, when it's getting physical, that's a little
And
tap out for me.
I don't
mind
get
hearing you.
Like, ugh. Yes, honey, let's just have this beautiful painting in our guest room. Nothing haunted about it. Okay.
I don't know if I would have... I wouldn't mind the painting if it wasn't done in his blood. I mean, that's...
That makes it... Like, that straight up just gives it its power. Like, he painted it with his blood. He did it on purpose. Like...
He left his energy in it.
He really did. He did that, and then he went and committed suicide. How do we not know who the painter is if we know he committed suicide?
I believe at the time whenever this happened, they knew the painter, but he didn't put his name on it, and then it just got passed on, donated, and...
Right, and the story just stuck with it, but unfortunately he didn't.
The name didn't.
Oh, that's probably why the poor guy's faceless, because no one knows what he looks like anymore, so he's just kind of, like, he doesn't even have a face anymore.
So not only did this poor man commit suicide for whatever issues that he had, but now people forgot him.
That's sad.
So that makes it even more like, oh.
Right.
Now your nosebleeds.
Now he's, like, double in anguish. Like, no one even knows who I am anymore, even though I'm dead and I'm haunting you. Like, where's my mom?
That's
honestly pretty sad.
It is very sad. I think a lot of these stories have sad things behind them. They're not,
a lot of pain and sadness.
Unfortunately, creepy doesn't come from happiness. Creepy just comes from pain and
sometimes
horror.
It comes from happiness, but usually it turns into, like, overly happiness, where it becomes creepy that you're so smiley and happy all the time because everything is just, like, so great, even though everything's terrible, and people are like, what the hell is wrong with you? And you're like, nothing, I'm just great.
I'll give you that. I will give you that.
No, I feel like I just, like, screwed myself, because they're usually just trying to be happy because everything's going terrible, like, but everything's terrible, so they're not happy, they're just lying to themselves.
I believe at one point this painting was up on eBay.
I saw an article where it said it was for sale.
Is it or was?
It was, because apparently it was up on a website for sale, supposedly, and then people kept emailing them to be like, I want to buy this, what the hell, and I think the company, it said, I, like, read over it really quickly, said that they actually weren't selling it, and he was either a fraud, or they just had it up there, and they had the price up for a mistake or something goofy like that. I read through it really quickly, so don't quote me, anybody.
So apparently this painting is locked up in a secure location, so it is not in possession of Zac Bagans, the owner who brought this to light still has it. He has not given it away. It is his painting. He is in love with it. He does like this painting, which to each their own.
Right.
He
the
likes it.
The colors actually do look pretty nice, besides the man being
it's
in pain.
I'm saying it's not a horrible painting. I see this kind of like a Picasso style weird.
Yeah, like
it's the blood thing. I can't get past the blood thing. I don't know if I could have that in my house.
Good. That's where all of its mojo comes from. All of its power, like
all that bad energy.
Mm-mm.
Especially because he committed suicide and stuff, so that leaves that bad mojo hanging around that.
He obviously had a lot of dark thoughts, and like you can see that in the painting itself too, like with the brush strokes and obviously how he looks. Like he was just painting his anguish, obviously, and his pain. Like I
wish I knew if he the reason why he died is because he gave a little bit too much blood to this painting, or he painted it that way and then did however he did. Unfortunately, I could not find anything on how the painter did what he did, but we just have what he left the world.
He left his mark.
He left his mark in the world, that's for sure.
And he didn't even leave it well, because we don't even know who he is.
I know. I
feel so bad.
I wish we knew more about him, or where he was, or where he was from, but we don't have anything on him.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. So I have another interesting item, as we're speaking of haunted items.
Yes.
Have you heard of the Dybbuk Box?
The Dybbuk Box. They had a movie on that, yeah, right?
The Possession. It was called The Possession. Oh, no, they do also have a movie called The Dybbuk Box. It's like kind of like a found footage type of movie.
The Dybbuk Box, is that... Like, obviously it's a container that holds a spirit. Is the spirit, like, I don't remember if it's supposed to be, like, an evil genie or if it's just an evil demon, like, in general. Like...
So I believe it is supposed to be the spirit of tormented souls or spirits.
Whoops.
So I don't know specifically. I read different things on whether they are specific demons they're keeping in there or it's just a tormented soul that is trapped in there. But I've been getting some back and forth on some of these websites, whether there's only one Dybbuk Box in the whole world or there are multiple out there. I know that there is a lot of fake ones that people are buying off the dark web and off of eBay, which one, I don't know why you would buy something like that. Clearly they don't watch enough scary movies to know what happens at the end.
Oh, I wasn't buying them.
As Amanda's purchasing one right now.
No.
But I don't know if there's multiple real ones or there is just one real one, because there's a one famous one that I cannot remember the man's name. Excuse me, man. But he had it tortured him, and he gave it to Zac Bagans, again from Ghost Adventures, and then this box also haunted the one and only Post Malone.
Oh.
Because Zac and Post Malone are very good friends. And Post Malone swears that this Dybbuk Box is haunting him.
Well, maybe he shouldn't have touched it.
Usually you're not supposed to touch haunted things. Clearly, again, I say these people don't watch enough scary movies. I know I've seen plenty to know when to run, when to hide, and what not to touch.
What not to touch.
This box usually is supposed to be sealed. They seal it with wax, different waxes. They glue it or something, and they have the different inscriptions to keep whatever spirits are in there. Also in there are tokens of different things. I've seen locks of hair, coins, candles. I don't know if that is for the ghost or to help keep the ghost in there, or spirit, I should say. And once you open it, you are basically screwed.
Yeah, it's kind of like opening Pandora's box, because you've broken the seals on it. Like, obviously if it's closed and it's sealed with the waxes and the symbols, like, it's basically like a protection seal.
Right.
And they put it on there and you broke it. You broke it and now it's open and you're pretty much screwed. It has other stuff in there, I think, to either appease to it.
Yeah.
Like, to help it kind of just stay calm, I guess.
And chill.
And then you open it, though, and it's like, fuck this, I'm getting out. Like,
and they get tormented. So, and now, these spirits that are in these boxes are known to follow. They do not stay in one specific spot. They cling onto you. They are very clingy. Clingy ghosts. 5-stage clingers.
Oh, God.
I have seen people have become affected. They get weird feelings, a natural, fogginess and
back
spirits.
To the, like, more than one thing. There's gotta be more than one, right? Like, that doesn't make sense that there'd only be one Dybbuk Box. Like,
I believe, I'm sure there's a bunch of people, and I don't think they trap them for fun, but there's something going on in wherever part of the world that this box, the people are known for doing it. I see it is
so legit.
Primarily, I've seen other ones. That one is an open one. That has been opened.
Yes. You gotta see what's inside.
Oh, naturally. That's the one that Zac has in his museum.
Yes. It's got the double doors and everything.
See, I like the other Dybbuk boxes I've seen.
I think this one looks cool.
It kind of looks like an old school jewelry box where you just open it. And I've seen them. People collect these, whether they're real or not. They don't know. I guess you don't know until you open it.
Right. Your house gets double haunted.
But they keep the Dybbuk box there on a shelf as a antique piece, covered in its sealants and everything. They don't touch it. I don't know if I could have something like that in my house. I feel like I were to tell friends about it, and then we have one drunken stupid night, and there it goes, it's open. And
just looking at me the whole time.
I'm like,
yeah, it would be me. I'd be like, Liz, don't look at this.
as I'm like, Amanda, don't touch that. I turn around, I turn back, and it's sitting in her lap open.
Like, what the hell? Get out of my house
Amanda,
with the box.
Take that box with you and take your ghost.
Sorry.
I don't want it here. So that is the Dybbuk Box. Are you looking at different pictures of it?
I'm just looking them up for sale now. People sell these things for ridiculous prices, and plus they don't even look like actual boxes. Like, a lot of these just look like homemade boxes. Would be like, oh my god, this is haunted, you guys.
See, that's
like,
what I'm saying. You never know
sure.
which one's real. I think they said the more legit ones, so to say, are the ones you buy off the black market.
That's gotta be
like
it, because all these
deep web or dark web, wherever it is, where you have to use the Bitcoin.
Oh my god, the Bitcoin.
The Bitcoin.
Jesus, Liz.
Those are the more accurate boxes that they have out there.
Which makes sense.
Because, I mean, does eBay really regulate how you can sell these boxes?
I have seen it on eBay, like older ones. People still find those kind of things all the time. Like, honestly, with Facebook Marketplace too now, like, there's probably haunted shit all over the place that you could just buy.
Dybbuk Box, pickup only. We'll meet.
Right. We'll meet at an undisclosed location at this warehouse.
Meet me in the police station lobby. Because I can't trust you, even though I'm about to sell you a ghost that'll haunt your life.
Haunted items are very interesting, though, and Dybbuk boxes are also very interesting. Like, it's just another vessel. Like, there's so many different kinds of vessels, though, that can hold spirits. Like, that's just another term for one of them. Like, it's crazy.
I love that you just said that, because I know your not favorite thing in the world is the Conjuring universe. And you know those two have kept a museum of their own of different vessels that have held spirits and have bad mojo around them. And I think they have one of the best collections in the world.
They do.
Whether it's true or not, I am a believer that there is something out there. There is something after death. I know I don't know what happens. I don't think anybody does. I don't know if I want to necessarily call them quote-unquote ghosts. There is something, though, and I believe that maybe 90% of their items might be true and accurate, or just have really good history to them. But you have to admit they have some pretty cool stuff in their museum.
Oh, I definitely admit that. It's not like I hate that universe. It's just the movies just didn't freak me out. So I was just kind of like, whatever. It's fun, though. It's still fun. And I want to go see Annabelle. I want to go see their collection. Like, I'm down to go see all of it and pay for it and, like, touch the stuff I'm not supposed to touch.
You're not supposed to touch. Their first rule is do not touch.
They're not going to watch everybody, okay? Like, what are they going to do? I'm going to stare straight into Annabelle's little doll eyes and be like, what's up?
The spirits are watching, Amanda.
I know. I'm going to get really creeped out. Like, I'll talk.
Sorry. As you're touching it.
Literally be like, I have to do this. I told people I was going to do this. Please don't hate me.
Mama didn't raise no bitch.
Yeah. And they just, like, tap it really lightly. Like, oh, God.
Just, like, it's...
Just brush it.
Brush it.
Just glance at Annabelle really quick. Like, I did it. I looked at her. Annabelle doll doesn't even look scary in real life. She's just a Raggedy Ann doll.
She's just a Raggedy Ann. And you know what's funny is that my cousin, my cousin's wife, but any of my cousin's spouses, they are just my cousin. That's it. You're my cousin now. You're married. You're my cousin. Sorry that you're stuck with us.
You're stuck with us.
She has a Raggedy Ann doll, a big one, or she used to when she lived out here by us. Oh my god, it looked just like Annabelle. It was so creepy. I don't know if she still has it. I should ask her. And
I had one of those when I was little.
Did you? I never had a Raggedy Ann.
I only had the one because I didn't like her. Like,
what was the boy's name? Andy?
Dude, I don't remember. Raggedy Andy. Honestly, like, that could have been it.
What was his name?
Either way, though, those dolls to me were just weird. Like
Raggedy Ann and Andy.
Yeah, there you go. Raggedy Ann. But they just look weird. Like, she was never my favorite thing to play with. I always felt like she was watching me and just kind of, like, silently judging me and my other toys. And I was like, I just don't want you in my bedroom.
Maybe it is Yeah, Raggedy Anns in general that are creepy and haunted and should stay away.
Oh, I can do a joke on gingers with that. It's because they have red hair and they have no souls. So
Naturally,
that's why those dolls are getting possessed.
You know, another cool thing I think in Ed and Lorraine's museum is the wedding dress. That makes people go mad when they're in it, and they kill people
That sounds like fun.
in their wedding dress. I think that's pretty interesting.
Is it pretty?
It is old school. It is from back in the day. I wish I could. What is the name of that?
Oh, it's very old school looking. It's got like poofy sleeves.
Oh, you beat me.
I only just found the photo. How do they know this dress makes people go crazy? Like, has more than one person worn it, or is it just like a weird coincidence?
I don't know. I know Zach has Sharon Tate's wedding dress in his museum. I'm not sure for what reason or what's tied behind the dress, or is it just because of what happened to her?
That could be it.
You know, just her stuff in general has bad mojo, but
Right.
I believe he has her dress in her museum.
Interesting. They have a very large collection. Definitely should check it out if you get the chance.
I would be tempted to touch something, though.
It's honestly hard not to, and I feel like that's part of the problem with those kind of items. Like, you get that really sick feeling when you see it because you know something bad is hanging on to it, but because of that, like, for whatever reason, you're drawn to it. Like, you're drawn to touch it or open it, even though, like, you have that voice inside you screaming, like, don't touch this, oh my god, but
You're
like,
conscious.
it's weird, yeah. Like, you're just kind of being pulled towards this horribly cursed item, even though you don't want to be. Like, and that's got to be part of it. That's got to be part of them being like, yes, touch me. Like, let me out. Let me leech on to you.
Yeah.
Like, it's just them playing nice.
I think,
essentially.
yeah, I agree with you. I do think if it is not that, I think it's the curiosity of the human mind.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like even though you might be a believer but have not had anything happen to you yet, it's just the what ifs. What happens when I touch this? What if I touch this after they told me not to?
That's pretty much it. It's funny now because I'd be all about that, and I'd be like, I'm down to see what happens. Like, what if I touch this? Let's bring it on. I want to see it. But, like, now that I have, you know, my boyfriend in my life, and I'm really happy, and I don't want to lose him, like, I'm scared of doing anything like that because I don't want anything to happen to him.
Yeah, because
like,
that's what happens, right? Like, in every scary movie, you do the bad thing, but your family suffers for it.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, I don't want him to suffer for it. And, like, obviously my family, too, but I don't see them like I see him. We live together, obviously, we have more of a life together, and I just don't visit my family as much. So I feel like if anyone's gonna get
they're fine.
first, yeah, basically, like, they'll be fine. The ghosts don't even know where they live. I don't go out there.
They're fine.
It would just be my poor Sugar and my animals.
Sorry, Shane.
Right?
You're about to get haunted. Because Amanda wants to touch haunted things.
I know. He'd be the one that's like, we're not doing it. Don't do it. Like, he'd have to keep his eyes glued to me and,
like really,
smack
Amanda?
my hand. Yeah.
Come on.
Like, stop touching it. Stop trying to touch it. Stop trying to touch it. Like, okay, sorry. Looks away for 2 seconds. I have the wedding dress on. What the
You
fuck?
have it actually on, just
Like,
standing there.
how did you even do that? I don't know.
You're just like, I'm sorry, I had to.
I needed to see if it fit me. Does it fit? No. It's too small.
There's a lot of things that I see in their museum that I want to know the backstory of it, but naturally you have to go there.
Of course.
And where are they? I think in New England, I believe they're in, or Connecticut.
They're in New England?
Something like that.
Okay, you said New England and then Connecticut. Those like, do you mean like New England, like Europe?
No. Like,
Oh.
I don't know how that works.
Well, because you said New England, and I was like, wow, they're all the way across the pond. Like, and then you said Connecticut, and I was like, wait, like...
Well, they don't call England New England, Amanda.
Okay, you want to fight? Like, I don't know. I don't live over there.
New England is a region in the United States. Oh, God. Now we have to Google people. I'm so sorry. It's a region in the United States, so it's all the top states up there.
Oh,
So, okay, my phrase was wrong, New England. I should have gone straight to to where they are, which is, I'm sure you're Googling it or no?
I tried.
Warrens.
I've said Connecticut, I think.
I'm pretty sure it was Connecticut, which I believe Connecticut is part of New England.
My bad. I don't know my area I live in.
Oh. I typed in Warren State and my computer got political.
I forgot Ed Warren passed away.
Lorraine did too.
Great, so now they're both dead. Has anyone tried contacting them? Oh, but Lorraine, just died. She died last year.
Yes.
Ed died in 2006. Dang.
Yeah, he was 79 though. He was up there.
He was up there and he had to deal with all that spiritual and emotional crap for such a long time.
Not to say that just because he was almost 80, it was fine for him to die. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying let's not be surprised that he passed because he was older. But I think he died of a heart attack.
Hmm. So the status of the museum is uncertain.
I believe their son-in-law runs it. Or has taken over.
When Ed passed away,
Tony Sparrow.
Lorraine and their son tended to the museum. But since she passed, the status of it is uncertain. But that was updated June 2019, so there could be a more updated article out there about this.
I do know, and I have been telling Andrew to download this episode of... they had brought Annabelle to Zach's museum.
Oh.
And apparently they had told Zach the one thing you can't do is touch her, and he touched her. And
well,
that pissed him off, naturally.
Yeah, well, because he's kind of got that personality, honestly.
Yes.
He's just kind of... I've always found him douchey there, I just said it.
Yeah.
He just always seems...
She said it.
It's
out there.
Sorry, he just seems kind of douchey. My bad if you guys hate me now. I don't know.
Now you'll be blocked on Twitter. Because he blocks everybody on Twitter.
I have a Twitter account and it's terrible. I don't do anything on it.
At me, bitch.
No, God.
You're like, oh God, Liz. Yeah, so I know they took Annabelle out there to Vegas and he touched her.
Okay, time out though. Why'd they bring her out there to begin with?
He asked to be on an episode. They brought her in her box, I believe.
Of course.
And he touched her.
I'm surprised they traveled with her. They usually say that that's not okay. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Why didn't he just go to them?
Because it wouldn't be as cool if it wasn't in his museum.
Whatever. God. I don't want to go out to you guys. Come out to me. I'm not going to touch your doll, I swear.
I promise I won't touch your doll.
What did he do? Because she's in a locked case. Did he ask for it to be opened or anything like that? How did...
No idea. I want to see this episode. I don't know if they aired it, but they have had to because there's lots of reports on it and what happened and all the spooky people that like the spooky stuff.
Of course.
Have tweeted about it, wrote about it. So I need to find that episode because I want to see it. I want to see what happened or if he is now possessed by Annabelle or... she haunts him or what, or whatever her real name was. I forgot her demon name.
I honestly don't remember.
Oh, I don't remember either.
Annabelle's easy. Little white girl name. Annabelle.
Creepy Annabelle name. It's so funny. What I should have named Isabel Annabelle. She would have had a heart attack.
Oh.
So those are... We have the Anguished Man. We have the Dybbuk Box. We talked a little bit about the Warrens. We talked a little bit about Zach, because Zach now has possession of the Dybbuk Box.
Yes.
The more popular, famous one. I did mention that for the Anguished Man, there has been a faceless man seen. And there also is a mysterious fog that he brings with him that happens. Creepy, naturally... creepy fog. Mist.
That makes sense. You see apparitions. They're either misty, they're shadowy figures, they're an outline. They gotta be pretty strong to see a solid
apparition.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with those fancy words.
Thank you.
The Dybbuk Box is a tormented spirit, locked in the box that is sealed. Has little things in there, I don't know whether it is for protection or it is for it to do stuff with.
I looked up Zach touching Annabelle because I had to, because I just wanted to see what his reason was. Okay.
He felt compelled, right?
Even though Bagans said it wasn't his fault, he also said he regrets doing it and has apologized to Lorraine and Tony. He claims touching her, I feel, has led to many strange events, and I do believe Anne was indeed a dangerous thing to do. Like, really? I had no idea that this doll that kept locked up in a box was a dangerous item.
See, I want to believe Zach, because he goes to so many cool places that are haunted.
He goes to a lot of cool places.
He has a lot of cool things in his museum, but sometimes the way he acts makes me not want to believe him.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the world sees too. I think he's just a little bit too dramatic for some people.
He's too dramatic, and he's too... it's not really cocky, but it kind of is. It's like...
And it wasn't like this his whole career. It just started, I think, recently. The bigger he got, the more it got. But I do still like him. I will still watch him. He goes to really cool places. I appreciate his work. I wish I could do that stuff, but I am too scared to do that stuff.
We'll go. I don't care.
Oh, God. No.
Yes.
I don't want to. I've already experienced ghosts in my life.
We'll start with Crystal Lake, and then we'll go down to Addison.
What's in Crystal Lake?
Remember there's that haunted house up there that we looked up one time?
Oh, you're right. We can go to, what is it, Munger Road?
I've been on Munger Road.
Or Cuba Road, too.
God. It's just a road. Although there's
there's
this really weird house on Munger Road.
That's the one that appears and disappears, no?
No, it's just
or
a
is that
weird,
the one on
creepy
Cuba
house?
Cuba Road? There's a house on one of those roads.
It's Cuba Road, I think. Then there's also
if you go into the house,
Cemetery.
you disappear forever.
That one's Batchel Grove Cemetery.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the one that has the gangster pond where they found tons of bodies in there because they kept dumping them in there. The ghosts, the little girl ghosts, the headstones that have been defiled, and so they're restless, and the house that appears in the woods that if you enter it, you never come out.
So for those who are listening, if you don't know these roads that we're talking about, we are in the Chicagoland area. So we are talking about Chicagoland hauntings, creepy things.
Yes, like Addison, Illinois, Crystal Lake, Illinois. Sorry.
Of course, no. Chicago, Illinois, of course, there's a lot of things. Al Capone, what he did, the Valentine's Day Massacre, the Great Chicago Fire. There's Excalibur nightclub, or I don't know what the names they've changed. It used to be called Excalibur. I don't know what it is now, or if it's even open anymore. I know a lot of bad things have happened there. There's Hull House.
We have a decent amount of stuff up here for being, Illinois.
Yeah. And we're pretty close to a lot of other stuff too, I think.
Yeah.
Within driving distance.
We got lucky. We weren't down very south Illinois.
I'm sure there's a bunch of creepy stuff out there too.
Yeah, more like religious creepy stuff though.
Like Christian religion or like creepy Native American ritual.
Christian religion.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you start driving like an hour down south in Illinois from where we live, I usually start seeing barns with like the writings on top.
Yes,
saying, God will
I
come
have
for
seen
you,
that.
and things like that. And you're just kind of like, I'm gonna lock my doors.
Time to speed faster through this scary town. This
these
children of the corn towns.
Oh, God.
Ugh. I'm sure every state has them, but of course when you live in them, they're creepier.
And we can get into more of those in the next episode.
In the next episode of the Spooky Academy, thank you for sitting with us and listening about the Dybbuk Box, the Anguished Man, and a little bit about Ed, Lorraine, Warren, and Zac Bagans. I am your host, Liz. With me today I have Amanda, and we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.